Hi, thanks for sharing your plan. Now, when you shared the plan, then now I can see exactly what you're talking about. All these green guys here, they're not selectable. They're just graphic and visual, and they're not editable. Let's go over here to. I opened your plan in Home Designer Pro 2021 trial version. I have Chief Architect X12, but that wouldn't help you any. So I can't save the results and share it to you, but I can do some show and tell here. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to display options for this plan view and go down, hit the T key to go to the terrain stuff and see the terrain perimeters on. Elevation data is what you can select and can edit. And primary contours is just visual. You can't select it. You can only turn it on and off. And secondary contours is also just visual. So let's uncheck those and see what remains. Nothing. So let's take a look at that. I mean, I assume this is a flat region. Let's open it and verify that. Yeah, it's a flat region. That's editable, or should be editable. Oh, okay. In Pro, it's not editable. Interesting. Okay. So I turned on in display options. Elevation data is on and the perimeter is on. Also, roads and sidewalks. I don't think you've created any roads. Yeah. Roads is on, but you haven't created any. See, there's no red plus sign. So that leaves terrain elevation data and there isn't any. There's no terrain elevation information here except this. I bet the terrain is utterly flat because you haven't told it to be anything other than flat. I'm doing an overview camera and let's see. Yeah, it's flat as a piece of paper. Except, looks like, yeah, okay. Where you put the flat region, there's a bit of an up pitch. So I'm going to move this off over here, and then we'll do another camera view. You'll see that this thing is utterly, whoops, sorry. Let's do a cross section of it from the outside. You'll see it's flat as a piece of paper. Well, it's not as flat as I thought it was. Let's look at it in an overview. Maybe I miscalculated. Let's take a look. Okay, it's not completely flat. I don't know what these objects are here. Let's see what that is. That's a footing. That's a foundation wall. Okay. This looks like it's a wall. Okay, it's an automatically generated wall. It's an attic wall. No room to find. The software created that on its own. Why, I have no idea. Now, I'm going to take this and put it back where it was. See, commonly, let's see. Oh, there's something strange about this. Normally, I'm going to draw one myself. Terrain, elevation data, elevation region. Okay, see, now this one has, this one I can change. Now, why it picked this figure is probably because of what's set up in the terrain plane. Yeah, for some reason, the software, let me uncheck automate. For some reason, the software just did this. I don't know why it did this, but let's just set it at 0. The terrain plane, I just set to 0. Now, I don't even know what this is. It's useless because there's no way I can edit it. So I'm going to delete it. Now this one has a dialog box and I can edit it. But let me get rid of that. Let me explain something simple about terrain to you. I'm going to go over here to terrain, edit elevation object. And with terrain, you have to establish two different values. So I'm going to go to line on over here on this end. I'm going to set this one to 0. And I'm going to draw another one over here and open it. And I'm going to set it, this one's at 0. This one I'm going to set at 96. So what is the program is pre-programmed to do is it'll create a gradient from 0 inches to 96 inches across the face of this terrain. So let's look at it in an elevation 90 degrees from that. Oh my goodness, that was unexpected. See, this is Bizarro world. I'm coming in after the fact, so I don't know everything about this. I'm going to change this terrain specification to 7. And this is 0, yeah. And this is 96. There must be some okay. I'm going to grab all this stuff here and move it out of the way because there's obviously some elevation objects here that I just can't see. I don't see any. Ah, there's something. I did a marquee select and it selected something, but it's so tiny I can't see it. I'm zooming in now to see if I can find it. I'm going to turn the grids off. I'm zooming back out. Okay, let me just get rid of this. Now I'm going to increase the screen to see if I can find what's left. Well, I'm not selecting anything now. Okay, I'm going to close this without saving. Oh, I can't save it in that trial version anyway. I'm going to reopen it from where you downloaded it to. Hopefully it's still in its original condition. Okay, it is. That's the reason that you can't select the green things, because they're not there. They're just graphic. It's terrain contours. You can only turn these on and off. And I don't see anything left but the terrain perimeter and this, whatever that is. Maybe that's something that you imported, I don't know. But there's something else here, I can't see it. In order to delete it or edit it. If you can't see it, it's pretty much worthless. If you can't reach it, but that should solve your problem about why can't I select it? It's because it's on a layer that you can only turn it on or off visually. You can't directly click on that and edit it because it's just there to graphically display the change in height from, it looks like from over here to the from right to left. But whatever's over here on the left telling it to be elevated, I haven't been able to find it. And that's the reason I don't like to import, because this happens. And if you can't find and edit something, it's worthless. I want to zoom in a little. Oh, I'm going to turn the grids off again. Ah, there it is. That might be it there. Let's see what this is. See if it has a dialog box. Bingo. I never use points. There's nothing wrong with points, but they're hard to see. So that's where that 62 yada 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 is coming from. Let's see if there's any at this scale. See where's there's probably one over here. I can see it now. And this one, what it's set to? It's set, okay, same value looks like. That's the reason I don't use points, because they're so tiny. It's just right on the edge of it. And that's the elevation that it's set to. So it's everything along the perimeter appears to be, let's see if I can find some more. I don't see any on this side. I'm just zooming in and zooming out. Looks like there's one on the corner. I'm zooming in with my scroll wheel. Let me just see, cut to the chase. No, there's no point there. See if there's any along here. I mean, the points are so tiny, they're hard to work with, in my humble opinion. Oh, is that one? Well, this is not inside the perimeter of the terrain plane, so this one wouldn't affect the terrain plane. And it's the same value as all the others, looks like. So all you have in here is some data to make this flat at that elevation. And this thing here, which I don't know what it says flat region. Let's see where that is over here, flat. See, I use elevation regions. I never use a flat region. I don't even know where that tool is. It's probably under modifier. Yeah, there it is, flat region. Yeah, this looks just like your object. So that's a flat region. Just because I've been using this software for almost 25 years, I never use flat regions. Doesn't mean there's anything wrong with them. It's just I never bothered to figure out how to use them. But I don't like objects that I can't open the dialog box and modulate them. Okay, I would recommend that you use this terrain region, which is editable. Yeah, right here, elevation region. I would recommend this over this flat region, which is under modifier, flat region. Okay, I know this doesn't solve your problem overall, but at least now I understand what you're talking about and what you're doing. And hopefully after you watch this video, maybe you will too, and I hope so. I guess that's about it for now. Thanks for watching. Hope this helps you.